Well, we've waited all week. Let's see what's happened, eh? Someone please document and download and upload this, like always. I'll put myself on the line to give you all the ammunition you need to defend yourselves. And I don't mean just yourself, I mean yourselves plural. As in defending someone else, like I do. You don't put yourself on the line for someone else, it's all over for everyone. So let's have a look what's happened in this week. I sent local MP evidence of assassination attempts and all kinds of crimes against me by the local government, the MP's own employees. What do? I say, look, I'm a fugitive on the run, I'm in hiding, don't make any effort to directly contact me or anything, or I'll take it as a hostile act and I'll fight back in self-defense with lethal force. So what happens? I get called on the very number that only the government has, and they leave a message which I can't read because it's an inactive number that I don't have an answering machine for. But the government, the only people who have my number, to that number at least, it's only the government has that number. So the government have contacted me after being told not to contact me. I said the only interaction I expect is to see a public announcement that every one of these criminals who I'm giving you footage of and piles of evidence more, that they are all dead or alive, removed from society by force, disarmed and disabled. Waited all week. All I get was someone. It's usually just a mental health threat from someone from the government. Usually, we need to come and kidnap you for a mystery thought crime. So let's have a look what's happened in the past week. I've already covered what happened straight away, and this whole week, let's see what's happened. I just today I went looking through some news places, and this is what I found. Let's have a look. I drag some things up here. We can get it to be big enough. I have to watch this in high resolution. So here's a Facebook page for alerts and news and stuff. Basically linked to the police and stuff, right? New South Wales Central Coast Incidents Alerts News and Information. From 7 News Sydney, this is the same 7 News station that I went to with evidence, and they told me to wait in the bushes in the park, and they sent 30 police to come raid me, to kidnap me, and cover up the evidence. 7 News. So reveal the dark past of a man shot dead by police in Hamlin Terrace, same location of all this. This politician, these police officers, these criminals who kidnapped, tortured me, trying to assassinate me. They've got all this footage of. I keep giving the government. Same people, same location. So apparently a man has been shot dead by police. So why, if this man has been shot dead by police, why are they doing these articles all over the place? It's just happened. Of portraying this man with a dark past and all this kind of stuff. Because we've heard of this before, haven't we? Why are they concerned about discrediting someone, eh? Gaslighting and discrediting. Basically, the police chased down and killed someone. And they're doing a little cover story to just make shit up. Alright, you see that there? Forcing them to react, really. You chase someone down with guns, and then they somehow, by defending themselves, forced you to interact by killing them. Really? You chase someone down with guns and kill them, and somehow you are forced to do it. You're forced to defend yourself or something, were you? Ask yourself why he pulled a gun on you, if he even did. Because just like that Dick Pussy story. Yes, the guy, his name is Dick Pussy. These 4 police officers, look it up. These 4, not that long ago. This in recent times. Same police force. They decided to pick on a guy, pulled him over, and a crowd of police were picking on him and stuff, and thinking they're above the law, standing in the middle of the road and all kinds of shit. They all get run over by a truck. All the cops get run over by a truck. Dick Pussy's car gets totaled in the process too. Dick Pussy runs off and gets Hey, Scott, I've got to loot that for video, don't I? And police telling stories that he was basically teabagging them and shit, right? Yes. Dick... Whoa. My avatar didn't even like that. Dick Pussy's apparently teabagging dead cops that have been splattered by a truck. And he's been in prison for 6 months without charge or trial, no evidence of anything. And then all of a sudden, okay, after 6 months of being imprisoned and gaslighted and discredited by the government, suddenly the charges are dropped. Really? What is this a case of guilty until proven innocent? And there's a whole list of like 100 and something charges on top of the ridiculous things they're making up. So let's go to the next one. It was all in the last 3 days. Just recently. Yeah, we take the police word for it, right? Got to take the police word for it, supposedly. Despite all the history of getting caught over and over of the worst crimes imaginable, we still somehow we have to trust the police, or else. Here we go. Same news group on Facebook. A police officer has been charged with manslaughter over a fatal crash with a motorcyclist this year. So a police officer murdered someone, basically. He killed someone. And it took a year for him to be charged. Because we've got to take the police word for it, right? So, he's just in the last few days since I've been waiting this past week. The same police from the same local area. And it's all statewide and everything too, but the same police from the same local area, they've killed one guy, chased him down with guns and killed him. Another police officer has been charged with murder for something that previously happened, all in the last few days. Somehow we've got to trust the police or some shit, eh? Let's go next one. Oh, this is from the first one, is it? A major police operation is unfolding in Hamlin Terrace on the Central Coast. One man has been shot and heavily armed tactical officers are still searching for his accomplice. Really? You just go around with guns killing people. Somehow that's going to... What do you think's going to... What do you think you're going to achieve? You just go around with guns killing people and raping people and shit. Yeah, you've all been caught in a pedophile ring. It's been exposed 20-something years, 25 years ago. The Wood Royal Commission. You're all caught in a giant pedophile ring and all kinds of horrific crap. This isn't some conspiracy theory or crap. This has been proven over and over and over again. And they just keep doing it. No, yeah, kill or be killed. They come to rape your daughter. You don't say, I'll take you to court after you do it. No, you fucking kill them. And you have to defend each other. These New South Wales government, especially these local government here at Central Coast of New South Wales. Wyong, Gosford, the entrance, all those areas. It is extremely corrupt. They are literally going around killing people every day. If you go look at the US statistics, just in the past week, we've got more police murders. Just not just an accidental or trying to defend myself, a bit of a grey area. We're talking about black and white fucking murder by these police officers. You measure that compared to the total in the total USA. Like these people are matching the average outright murder by corrupt police than the entire of the USA. Just these local police. This is not a one-off thing. This is over and over and over again. Every crime you can imagine. Remember, I contacted this local MP. What's happening? There's no news about it. I gave him evidence that I'm gravely injured by these people. I'm going to die very soon. I'm trying very hard to survive. What do we get? It never happened. Nothing. We get an attempt to locate me, to raid me. An anonymous attempt to try and locate and raid me, and then nothing. What does that say, eh? You need to back this shit up. Use this as evidence to justify what you know you have to do. Let's go another one. So what happened? Look, this is a news group pretty much run by police. The one I just put up before. No more further info will be made on this MVA anyone disclosing information will be banned. See, we're not allowed to speak. We'll be banned. Even if it's true, even if it's a matter of the security of everyone in your nation, the real security as opposed to compromising security in the name of security, the truth is banned. No reason necessary. The truth's just banned. Here's another one from this just happened a few months ago. It's just recently. New South Wales police arrest 40-year-old man. Arrest 40-year-old after man dies in shooting standoff in New South Wales Central Coast. They changed their story over and over. I was actually nearby when this happened. They raided a person's home to do one of these so-called mental health assassination kidnapping things, right? Someone who's probably been threatening to dob on the cops or something like this, on the local government. So they go around your home and they kidnap you, do a psychiatric kidnapping, they gaslight you, saying, "No, I don't believe anything this guy says, he needs to disappear," and then they do horrific things and they die in the most horrific ways at Wyong Hospital by convicted mass murderers. Convicted mass murderers in high-ranking government positions. Really? Yes, really. It's like, and it's not even fucking hidden. Like they tried to hide something, delete some records and stuff. I caught them doing that. I keep putting fucking evidence of this up. So they just went around this place home and they just went with guns shooting people. The police did, and then they say, "Oh no, he shot someone, not we didn't." Do you remember the Lint Cafe siege? One terrorist, piece of shit, mind you. He was having shady dealings with the New South Wales and federal police, doing all kinds of criminal stuff. They used terrorists to persecute their own people, and he was being basically paid to harass their own people, their own citizens. This is how they work, and they sold him out, which they sell each other out all the time. And he wanted to get his revenge by exposing their crimes and their secret dealings with each other on national TV. He didn't, he's a piece of shit, not defending the guys. Moniz, whatever he's called, Moniz, M-O-N-I-S. He had no intention of actually killing anyone. He just wanted to get his revenge on the government by having a discussion with the Prime Minister on live TV to expose their crimes and asking questions about certain things. Like, do you know this? And then provide the evidence, blah, blah, blah. The New South Wales police, knowing that they're fucked here, They just went in with guns blazing, shot the hostages along with him. They didn't shoot like one or two bullets, accidentally hit hostages. No. Dozens of bullets, a hail of gunfire. They ran in and just blew everyone away, hostages included. And a sniper fired a rifle, a shot at him to set it off, to say that he shot someone else when it's a big lie. And it all got proven to be a lie. And then all the witnesses, the surviving hostages, were threatened with lifetime imprisonment and worse if they talked about what they saw. They tried to cover this stuff up. The only reason they ended up raiding the place and shooting everyone, the New South Wales police, is because the very hostages were siding with some of the things that the terrorist was saying and condemning the government. And you can see they're not acting, they're not being pressured into it. They are legitimately pissed off. They're obviously been annoyed about being in this situation and this guy here, but they're more pissed off at the government after what they've seen. And they tried to shut down all this stuff illegally, shut down the internet, censor everything secretly, illegally, and go raid people's homes who so much as shared this stuff. None of this is legal in any way. Police come to your home to try and confiscate your sharing stuff online. The saying comes secret law that gives them a temporary excuse to go above and beyond the law for some kind of so-called national security or bullshit they say. No. They're no different than a home invader with a gun. You don't just because they got a police badge doesn't mean they're allowed to do it. You pick up a gun, you fucking kill them. And if you survive, you have to go after them and kill them because they do this to you, they're going to do this to everyone else every day. You have to defend yourselves. These are convicted criminals, long documented histories. I give the evidence to justify taking them out. If they cannot be taken out alive, they have to be taken out dead. The trials have already happened. They've already been convicted. They've been rescued from prison and put into top-ranking government positions and stuff. I'll keep showing their criminal records and shit. This is every corner of the government, and it happens. It's all rigged. That corruption is everywhere for a reason, because there's a secret little trick, a secret police in every country called psychiatry, where they go above the law to make people disappear. So when they start losing and start getting exposed in court and stuff, they pull a psychiatry card. They can raid your home without a warrant. They gaslight you, discredit you, and they intimidate anyone who so much as says anything about it. And they do the same thing. They kidnap you, and you disappear under horrific circumstances. Let's go to another one. State government tells council you're on your own. This is a very Central Coast Council. It used to be Wyong and Gosford Shire councils, but they merged them into one because corruption was so bad. In an attempt to fix the corruption, obviously that does the opposite result, because you centralise power. You centralise corrupt power. What do you expect is going to happen? And then they ask for more money. They do these crimes, and then they say, "Oh, it's because we haven't got enough money. You need to give us more money, and we'll stop being corrupt." They do this every step of the way. So the state government tells council you're on your own. We can't bail you out. We can't help you, and they do this all the time. I was about to get raided then. I heard something then. That's why I have to live like this every day. I was going to say something. State government says council you're on your own. Yeah, the New South Wales Health Minister, after a big massive scandal over Wyong Hospital, the same people, the same location, Wyong and Gosford hospitals, and to a lesser degree Hornsby, and there's places in Sydney that are a little bit independent, but they do the same thing. But they operate in networks, and this network operates in Wyong, Gosford, and Hornsby, and they move people around and the same people work at the same places and stuff, the same criminals. So the New South Wales Minister of Health, the top of the health authority in the state, one of the top in the country, the very top of the top in the state. After this Wyong Hospital scandal broke out, I should have got documents to show of this. If you look it up, Wyong Hospital scandal that happened. It's been going over the past year of horrific things happening in that hospital to people. And when the story of a little girl with a broken neck came out, started coming up about almost a year ago, I think. Thousands of people were bombarding the media with all their horror stories, because the media won't cover it, just like they won't cover my story. They cover it up, and if necessary, they tell you, meet me at a certain place and location, and we'll make you disappear. So the health minister said that these people are outside his jurisdiction and above his authority. The top medical authority in the state, the boss of the bosses, says that these people are out of his reach and above his authority, outside of his authority. They're untouchable, according to the very Minister of Health. I think it was Channel 7, the same people who set me up to be kidnapped by 30 police for trying to give them evidence of police corruption. They're the ones who, there was Sky News and 7 both covered this, and same result as always, but 7 News said, look, anyone else has any stories like this, send them here, right? Give us your details and send them here, right? And we'll cover them all. We'll tell all these stories. All these victims, desperate victims. They're survivors at least, or barely survivors, like myself. Tried to contact them, as they asked. No reply, no coverage. It just suddenly disappeared, swept under the carpet, and I wonder what happened to all the people out of desperation tried to contact Channel 7 in an attempt to blow the whistle on the crimes that were done to them. I wonder what happened to them, hey? Pretty obvious what's going on, isn't it? Let's go to so much fucking crime. It's unbelievable. Whoops. So let me put that back up. So it says you're on your own. Let's go to another one. What's this one? Remember this guy? This has just recently happened too. Deranged cop bastard. This guy was taken to Wyong Hospital, called deranged, gaslighted by the government and the police, and Probably given a chemical lobotomy. But the deranged cop basher thought the devil was after him. I've seen the footage. Not what happened at all. What happened was police, with a bunch of people, were just having a picnic during the early stages of the quarantine. They're having a picnic, and police came up and started beating people up and pointing guns at them and stuff. He said, "Fuck this! I'm not going to cop this. I'm going to defend myself." What you're doing, you can, if you look at the recording, they tried to release only a couple of seconds of it to try and portray him in a false way. But even then, it still looks crystal clear what's going on. The police literally have him in like a George Floyd lock, right? And they're saying, "Stop resisting, get off me." Like, they got their knee on his neck, and they're saying, "Get off me." And then he breaks free. And apparently he punches one of the police officers and tries to escape. They got him in a chokehold. They're going around beating people up at gunpoint. He's just trying to fucking get away and defend his life. Against the corrupt police. And they got their knee on his neck, pinning him down. He's literally saying, "I can't breathe," and they have their knee on his neck, and then they're saying to him, "Get off me." He's surrounded by cops with guns, and they're portraying him to be the attacker. Well, they got their knee on his neck while they're doing it, and they're saying, "Get off me." They're on him with their knee on his neck, and they're saying, "Get off me." Role reversal lies every step of the way. And they did themselves in. They put this little segment of camera footage up in a desperate attempt to try and spin the tables upside down. And even then, it's fucking obvious. Every step of the way. Every step of the way. You think all that stuff that happened with Flint was bad? Just looking today. Look, I'm seeing the local electricity industry has got busted for basically putting poison in the water and shit like this. Literally, they're doing this. They do this all the time, and they'll get like a $13,000 fine or something like that. Which I don't know why they do that number. They keep doing the $13,000 number. It's a number that means something to me in another context, but they get fined a small amount of money, and they just keep doing it. I mean, people around there are so fucking stupid. It's no wonder. What the fuck are they putting in the water? I mean, they got caught putting shit in the water over and over. What have we got? And what do I say? What do they always do? Here's one of the same news things. On the second one down there. Mental health nurses protest about pay conditions. Really, you're not getting paid enough. Well, people are kidnapped. Whistleblowers are kidnapped, like I have been, and they get so much fucking money. It's like the government pays them $1,000 a day to feed you a sandwich and lock you in a little room. And a lot of that money goes, and that's not counting the drugs. Inject you with a neurotoxin. That's $200 here, $5,000 there. That's not even counting that. These people are making a fucking fortune, and the corruption is a result of not having enough money. It's the same shit every time. They get caught and they say, "Oh, it's your fault because you didn't give us enough money. We're corrupt because it's your fault because you don't give us enough money." That's what they do every step of the way. While they're ripping you off left, right, and center already. I just repeat the same thing over and over and over and over again. Fucking ridiculous. You have to take these people out. They've been caught red-handed. I've given you all the evidence over and over and over. You have the justification to do damn well anything. You need to take them out, or it's all over. They're murdering and torturing and mutilating people right now. Right now. This is every single day. And it's not just in the Central Coast of New South Wales. This happens all over the place to very different degrees. But this is one of the worst of the worst. And I keep putting up evidence of criminal histories, everything. And here I contacted their local politician. All did it on record. It's all up on this channel here. You can see it all. People are documented and download it. Download this. Show what happens. Every fucking time. This countdown rate, this new countdown rate, they're going to get me. Is it still going to happen? Maybe it will. Maybe it won't. And then if it doesn't, it'll happen another day. Or it never fucking ending. It's always the countdown threats over and over and over and over and over. And plain dumb. Here's another one, news that just happened, where budget blowout, council to dip into restricted funds. So they're going to steal from basically the local, not the local government, the local community. They're basically going to protected funds that they're not allowed to take out. Or they're going to take. So look, they're corrupt. They're caught being corrupt, and they say you need to give us more money because you're the problem because you don't give us more money. That's somehow the reason why we're corrupt. It's your fault. You just need to give us more money. So if you don't give us more money, we're just going to steal it. That's basically it. That's what they're doing. Well, the New South Wales Health Minister says that these people are untouchable, and he's never going to get in their way. They can do anything they damn well please, according to the New South Wales Health Minister. We're supposed to trust all the local government. People who are given power over other people, we've got to trust them, right? And we're forced to trust them, because if we don't, we're labelled paranoid or some kind of thing by usually the police and government officials and stuff. And this stuff like this happens, and it happens every day. Disability worker spent stolen cash on car payments, petrol. Basically, a disability worker, people who are disabled and can't defend themselves. This disability worker stole money from them to pay for her own shit. And they're saying, oh, it's only on car payments and petrol. Bullshit. You have no way of knowing where that money went, and this is just a way to downplay it and to portray the perpetrator as a victim. I'm in debt. Someone help me. Blame, you're not giving me enough money. See how this goes over and over and over. The crimes here, like anything here, like Flint style kind of stuff, is nothing compared to this. And I've been giving you the evidence over and over. I'm a fugitive on the run. I'm sick and dying. I keep giving you damning evidence to pretty much take them all out, along with any corporate or government official who gets in the way. And then if they have the power and responsibility to take them out, and they don't, then they're next. They have to be taken out, one way or another. It's all over for everyone if you don't. And understand the point here is that psychiatry is a tool, is the secret police. Psychiatry is the secret police that takes everyone out. This is why corruption is everywhere, because of psychiatry. There is no such thing as a mental illness. People have problems. Every problem has some kind of mental factor, because you are a conscious creature. If you're unconscious, and you got cancer, it's not giving you a problem, but you're not in pain because you're unconscious. You could say everything that exists is mental to some degree. There's no such thing as a mental illness. It's complete nonsense. All it is thought crime. It's just saying the government hasn't approved your ideas, and the government says your ideas are dangerous to their corruption, therefore we need to take you out. We need to shut you up and take you out. This is typical 1984 thought crime, thought police. This is the very tool by which corruption is protected by. Corrupt people, they hide behind psychiatry to gaslight, silence, make people disappear. It's like playing Monopoly with someone who controls the bank in the Monopoly game, and they cheat. As soon as they start losing, they cheat and they give themselves money, and then they decide, oh no, you have to give me $100. Why? Because I said so. Like, they change the rules and rig it. No matter, it might seem like there's some kind of rules so long as you're losing, but as soon as they start losing, the rules change with the wind. There are no rules. They're just pretending that there are rules to pacify you and stop you from fighting back. Oh, okay, it was just a little problem. We'll fix it tomorrow. Tomorrow. Well, they do worse. Psychiatry is the tool by which the corrupt are able to do what they do. It breeds this corruption. A lot of this corruption all over the world. They make alliances all over the place, but they also enemies all over the place, right? There's not one big group doing organized crime. It's largely disorganized. But there's a secret trick, a backdoor instant win wildcard that they use, psychiatry, that allows corruption to thrive and spread everywhere. Psychiatry is the reason behind it. If you're looking for any kind of organized group behind all the evil in the world, the closest you can get is to call it psychiatry. Fucking understand and fight back.